Okay, let's look at question number 2. Let R be the region enclosed by the graph of f of x equals x to the fourth minus 2.3x cubed plus 4. In the horizontal line, y equals 4, as shown in the figure above. Part A. Find the volume of the solid generated when R is rotated about the horizontal line y equals negative 2. Okay, so what do we know? We know that this is y equals 4. This squiggly line is f of x, and we are going to rotate this about y equals negative 2. And let's say y equals negative 2 is this purple line here. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, we've talked a lot about this. What we're going to be doing is we're going to have a big R, and we're going to have a little r. Right? And what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to rotate this around, spin it around like so. And we're going to spin this one around like so. And when we subtract, we'll get the donut region, and that'll be our answer. So, this means that I'm just going to take the big R, which is from what to what? Well, what is this length of this orange line? Well, if this is at what, 4, and this down here is at negative 2, that total distance is 6. So big R is 6. What's little r? Well, little r is the function sorry, I wrote that down wrong. No, I didn't. It's the function minus negative 2, right? So first off, how do I know what's big R? Big R is denoted as the longer one. Small r is the shorter one, right? How do I figure out the length of it? Well, remember what we said from before. We said it's always top minus bottom when the radius is vertical. Okay? So now all I got to do is put 6 and f of x minus negative 2 into the interval, square each of them, and that'll give me my answer. So, what does that mean we're be left with? Well, remember, we are taking circles here, which are pi r squared, so I'll put the pi on the outside. We're going to integrate from 0 to 2.3 big R minus small r dx. Okay, so we just have to solve that, type that into the calculator, and you will get 98.868, or 7, depending upon how you do it. And there's your answer. So again, want to reiterate, all you got to do for the first part is figure out its top minus bottom, figure out what your big R is, figure out what your small r is, realize where negative 2 is, plug and chug, and do that integral formula, and you're good to go. Okay, we've seen a multitude of these. Hopefully now, finding the volume is a little easier. And before I let you go, I did gloss over something, and that's, hopefully you were wondering, where does this 2.3 come from? And so I just glossed over it, but 2.3 is this point, this x value of when graphs intersect. And how do we find that? Well, you just type it in the calculator, and you use the intersect button under calculate, and you will figure out that this crosses at 2.3. So, if you were wondering about that, that means that you were thinking correctly on this problem. I apologize for not showing you that earlier, but now, hopefully everything makes sense, and I can say I'll see you in the next video.